Good evening, my friends. How is everyone doing? I am doing well. Just my wife is doing bedtime right now with our daughter, so I figured instead of bumming around, I would hop on here and shoot the shit with you guys for about an hour. I was up all night. I got about 2 hours of sleep at work. Came home. And I got home at like 8:30 in the morning, and I immediately took a 3.5 hour nap until I had to pick my kid up from school. That's the nature of the job. Some days you get almost a full night of sleep, maybe get woken up once or twice, and some nights you don't get any, and you feel like a zombie. But at least I was able to nap. Anyway, man, so. No topic of conversation tonight. It's kind of an ask me anything. Whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to ask or tell me. Let's just hang out. Let's have a good time. Hope everybody's doing well. Vince and Double Vince, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this evening, man. I greatly appreciate that. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Vince says going to see Godzilla. Oh, I forgot that came out. One sec, Vince. Godzilla -1. December 1st. Oh, shit, it's been out for a while. I didn't realize that. Oh, one sec.
Just stopping by. I imagine working at a firehouse comes with a strong sense of camaraderie. Curious if starting out if it brought you back to being in the Navy at all? Cheers, man.
So, Vince, yes, first of all, thank you so much. Let me read this. The robot read it, but I'll read it as well. Vince said, going to see Godzilla, just stopping by. Imagine working at a firehouse comes with a strong sense of camaraderie. Curious if starting out, if it brought you back to being in the Navy at all. Cheers, man. First, I completely forgot the Godzilla movie came out. I had zero desire to see it until I actually saw the reviews and the Rotten Tomatoes score. I actually kind of want to see it now. I've never been a big Godzilla fan. I don't really... I'm sure I saw the original when I was a kid. I have like vague memories of seeing it. But, you know, the world of it, nothing's ever, I've never really given it a chance either. Like, I saw the Matthew Broderick one when I was a kid. Meh, don't really remember it. I saw the, was Bryan Cranston in one? I think I saw that one. But the new one and the reviews and the reception that it's got has definitely piqued my interest for sure. But yeah, Vince, so he asked if working at a firehouse kind of brings me back to my Navy days. It does. It's honestly one of the reasons that I told my wife years ago that I wanted to get into this career, because I miss that sense of camaraderie. I miss being on the boat with my guys, you know. Longest deployment that I did was 7 months, and it was, you know, it's kind of miserable at first because you immediately miss home for a few weeks, and then after that you get into a routine and you get your buddies become your brothers, and you know, and then at the end of the tour, at the end of the deployment, you miss them, and you miss that sense of camaraderie. You know, one team, one fight kind of deal. But I do get that from the fire department. You know, every crew is different. My crew is great. We're all go-getters. We all, you know, stay in shape and take it serious and train and learn. And I'm very grateful that I have a good crew. And they're funny and they're fun to be around. And the dinner table conversations are always a hoot, you know. So it definitely brings me back. And it's honestly one of the reasons that I decided to get into this career, because I miss that sense of togetherness, that sense of camaraderie. I've never felt that in any kind of like civilian job ever. You know, working for the various jobs that I've had in my adult life, you know, you just don't get that sense of togetherness, that sense of camaraderie. So yeah, it without a doubt fulfills that you know, itch that I was needing to scratch that I hadn't felt in a while. And I would say, they're not really comparable. Deploying for 7 months is very different than working every third day with a crew. It's a different sense of camaraderie, I suppose. But yeah, for sure, no question about it. But I appreciate that generous channel support, man. And Vince also says, any hype for 28 years later? Yes, What was it? Oh, yeah. I was trying to think if I watched 28 Days Later at the station, but no, it was at home. Me and my wife hadn't seen 28 Days Later in like over a decade. And we turned it on and I was like, God, this is still such a great movie. I remember seeing it 3 times. Oh, no, 2 times when it originally came out in the theater. And then they re-released it with an alternate ending at some point. I'm sure somebody knows that off the top of their head when they did that. But so I saw it total 3 times in the theater, and it just instantly became one of my favorite, zombie movies. I love it. So yeah, I am excited for 28 Years Later. Cillian Murphy's back. Danny Boyle, of course, is one of my favorite directors of all time. So it'll be nice to, to have that crew back, and I hope they do something good with it. 28 Weeks Later, I only saw it once, but I remember not really being all that into it. I would like to revisit it for sure, but anyway, cheers, man. Hold on, let's see. What's up, Fat Man? A few weeks ago, I went to a 40th anniversary screening of Return of the Jedi with my dad at the theater. He saw A New Hope as a kid. Oh, nice. I'm surprised that's still open. That's awesome. It was super fun. 501st was there. Had a costume contest and trivia, too. Even won me 2 tickets for an E.T. screening, too, from the trivia. That is awesome. Same theater, I'm assuming. That's great. I love when they re-release older movies into the theater. Me and my wife, not me and my wife, me, my daughter, and my mom and my dad. My wife had to work. The 4 of us, we went and saw the 85th anniversary of Wizard of Oz. It came out like for 3 days, like a week ago or so. And we went and saw it. Man, I haven't seen it in years. It's still such a great movie, great music. It kind of turns into like Star Wars at the end, running down corridors, getting chased, fighting. It's fun, man. It's a great movie, but I love when they re-release movies like that. What does 28 Weeks Later have? On Rotten Tomatoes, 72. Let's see, 28 Days Later. I'm going to guess 28 Days Later has like an 89. Let's see. 87. Okay. I love it. Anyway. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Oscar says, I like to play Space Boy by Ramses B over your streams, Horizons by Faint, and Late Night by Odessa. I think you'll like them. Okay, I know Faint. Is it The Faint? Horizons. Faint. No, okay. This is not who I'm thinking of. There was a band called, I think it was called The Faint Band. Yeah, there was a band called The Faint that I listened to in like the early 2000s. What was one of their songs that I really liked? Oh, I didn't know Connor Oberst was in The Faint. Weird. Huh. The Faint. Oh, wait, this is a different band that I'm thinking of. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. I'm thinking of The Faint with an A, and then there's also a band called The Faint with an E. I'm thinking of the band with an A. There's a song called... Oh, wait, it is the same band. It is the same band. Huh, okay. I had no idea that Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes was in The Faint. Huh, interesting. Anyway, I'll copy and paste that right now into Google just so I remember to check it out. But I appreciate that, Oscar. How do you listen to music over my music and my dumb voice? That's a lot of sounds. It's a lot of sounds. That's like being at the dinner table. My wife's trying to talk to me. My daughter's singing. The TV's on. There's just so much. The cats are meowing. There's just so much stimulus. Connor Oberst, indeed, taco legs. I have a Bright Eyes poster above my my computer from a tour they went on in 2022. Me and my wife went and saw him. We've been listening to him since we were in like high school in like the year 2000, 2001. I don't know when his first album came out. Bright Eyes first album. Was it the Mirror one? No, Fevers and Mirrors was 2000. Letting off heaven. Okay. Yeah. What's up, Slip Space Games? Welcome to the stream, man. Gonna take the driver's test soon. I'm ready to take the written test, but haven't done much practice for the actual driving. The Wanderer's Library. Nice. Where are you from, if you don't mind divulging? I don't remember my driver's test. I mean, that was 22 years ago. Was there a written portion? I don't even remember that. It's easy. Just obey the laws of the road. Way more. There's so many idiots on the road. You'll do fine. North Carolina. Nice, man. Well, best of luck. You'll knock it out of the park. Yeah, that's a great album, Robin. I don't know what my favorite one is. I always go back to Cassadaga or Lifted or The Story Is in the Soil. My favorite song from that album is Let's Not Shit Ourselves. They're all great, though. You know, Down in the Weeds, the latest one that came out, what, like 4 years ago? We saw him when he was touring with that in 2022. And it was an amazing show. I was a little nervous because I heard he can be a little, not very into it on stage, or sometimes not even come out at all, which I'd be pissed. But that is a great album, Down in the Weeds. It's a really great album. Picked up any new exciting beers or liquors lately, Sapity? Yeah, I actually got 2 beers from Dewclaw Brewing in, I think they're based out of Jersey. Dewclaw Brewing. Are they Jersey? Oh, Baltimore. I thought they were from Jersey. All right, Baltimore. Maryland. I got one that's a sour. And it's a gummy bear sour with pineapple. It's good. And right now I'm drinking one of their, they make that Sweet Baby Jesus beer. I think it's a brown ale. Right now I'm drinking Sweet Baby Java. It's good. When did you start watching Star Wars? Quit. It's I have no idea. I'm 30. I'm about to be 38 in a couple months. Star Wars has just been there all my life. I have no memory of the first time that I saw it. I have no idea. It could have been my dad showing me. It could have been, on TV. It could have been at a friend's house when I was like 7 years old. I have no idea. It's always been, a part of my life. I wish I could remember the first time that I saw it, but it's like a Siamese twin that's attached. It's always been there. All right. Which Star Wars project am I looking forward to the most? Palpatine's power? That's tough. So I think the two things that I'm mostly... Well, I'm really excited for Skeleton Crew. Because I don't... I'm excited for it to be a little something different, a little more maybe loosey-goosey and fun. In a Stand By Me kind of way. I can only hope. I'm also very excited for Outlaws, the game, and The Acolyte. I think those are the three that I'm like most excited for. And of course the movies, Dawn of the Jedi, whatever it's going to be called. I don't know if that's the actual name of it, right? But it's really hard to pick, man. Whichever one's the one coming out soonest is the one that I'm most excited for. But yeah, Benjamin B and John Mitchell, thank you guys so much for the super chats channel support. Benjamin says, did you ever start Sun Eater? I'm 7 books in and it's really showing me how great other sci-fi can be. Also, we should play New World sometime. No, I haven't. My Kindle has been, where did I see it recently? I think it's, oh man, where is that? It might be in the back of my car. I think it's where I saw it. I haven't turned on my Kindle in like 7 months, which is crazy for me. Normally I'm reading a book. Normally there's something that I am reading. I haven't even attempted to read anything in like 7 months. Oops, instead of Sun Eater, I searched Sunsetter, which is the name of the awning company. Sunsetter. But no, I remember you mentioning this, Benjamin. I just haven't gotten around to... dude, my Kindle's probably been dead for like 6 months. But, maybe that's the thing that I need to read next. I do want to read, Gene Kranz. He has a book called Tough and Competent that I want to read. Came out last year. Haven't gotten around to getting it. You know me, I'm big into the space program. I got a Gene Kranz autograph sitting right above my computer. One of my prized possessions. But yeah, maybe I'll read Sun Eater. Start that. I've never read like a series like that though, Ben. Like, man, I don't even know if I've ever read a sequel to it. Well, yeah, I have. Sequels to Star Wars books, but like I don't think I've ever read a series. I can't imagine reading 7 books in a series. Golly. Dude, my wife reads so much. In the past, she texted me the other day and said, I think she said in the past 6 or 7 months, she's read 38 books. That is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. When I'm working, a lot of the time she'll lay in bed and like read. And she is a fast reader. I'm a slow reader, dude. I'm a slow reader. But yeah, I haven't played New World in a while. But I wouldn't mind getting back into it. So when I played New World, Ben, I kind of played it as like a single player game almost. I rarely, if ever, interacted with anybody. I did like a couple dungeons with groups, but for the most part, I just kind of went through the story, got to the max level, and that was it. I didn't even do any PvP or anything like that. It was kind of my therapy game. Like, I would play it. I would turn it on and play for a couple hours on, my night off from work. And it was just kind of relaxing. But I enjoyed it. It was a pretty solid MMO. But yeah, if I ever fire it up again and want to put some hours into it, I'll let you know for sure. But I appreciate that, man. And John Mitchell, thank you so much for the channel support as well. John says, whenever I see Star Wars arguing online, it reminds me of how special Star Wars is to people and how much it means. Instead of getting mad about it, it just reminds me of how much people care about it, but it does get irritating. Yeah, I tend to agree. The problem, like, arguing online about Star Wars, that's fine. What I don't really like, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to take this song off of the playlist, even though it's like 20 seconds long. Oh, it's called News Theme. There we go. The problem that I have is when it's fine on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. People get heated, people get passionate. To me, it is kind of silly, arguing about this stuff on the internet. I just see it as kind of a waste of time. You're not going to change anybody's mind unless you're having a fun conversation about Star Wars with your friends in real life. A lot of the times these conversations on Twitter come off as two assholes arguing with each other. And there's no middle ground made, The problem that I have is like the digital monetization of outrage on YouTube, when people just pump out multiple videos a day bitching and moaning about things that they don't like, or make them up stories to be, angry about. There's this feed of bitterness and anger that is just perpetuated by people with YouTube channels and a mouth and a microphone. They're making money off of just being, angry or disappointed. And it turns into their entire business model. Not to mention they're often very thin-skinned, and anything that is said to them, they have to rebuttal. You know what I mean? And when I see that constantly, I just, it's the measure of a man, and I see it as silliness and weakness. No, I don't care about your Star Wars opinion. I just don't like you as a man. So that's the problem that I have with it, YouTube it's great, but a lot of the times, it amplifies the loudest, the most whiny, and that's why I often steer clear of a lot of Star Wars stuff on YouTube, just because of that, It gets exhausting after a while, hearing the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. Yeah, but that's just me. Does it not get tiring to say the same bullshit over and over and over again? Anyway. I appreciate that, John. Cheers, man. JJ Skywalker, thank you so much as well. JJ says, hey, Greedo, are you cheering for anyone in particular in the Super Bowl, or do you not really care who wins? I was originally going for the Lions, just because, I don't know, they haven't done much in a long time. And not that he gives a shit, not that it even matters, but my dad's from Michigan. He's from Detroit. So it'd be kind of neat to root for the Lions, But no, if it, 49ers and the Chiefs, I'm going to go with the 49ers. Not that I really care, not that I'm invested in either team. But I think I'll probably be pulling for the 49ers. But as is the most case with Super Bowls, I just hope it's a good game. I just want a good game. That's all I want. I hope it's exciting. I got to work Super Bowl Sunday, so I'll be watching it at the fire station. Hopefully we don't get any calls during the Super Bowl, but I'm sure we will. But yeah, JJ, I'm not really invested in either team. But I will probably be pulling for the 49ers. Yeah. Anyway, cheers, JJ. I appreciate that. I just hate the constant assuming the worst in any news. Like, just let things happen, take them as they are, and then discuss. Absolutely, Cameron. So much, especially YouTube, and Star Wars YouTube, is nothing but like speculation, and angry speculation, and bitter speculation, and cynical speculation. And then what happens? The thing doesn't come true that you thought was going to come true, or the rumor that you thought was true that, you know, shithead69 on Twitter came up with, and you made videos about what shithead69 said on Twitter, and then the rumor doesn't come true because 99.9999999% of the rumors about Star Wars do not come true. And then then you look kind of silly, and you got hundreds of videos about bullshit that never came true, and you got a 0 batting average. And why are people watching you? Anyway, Robin, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. That's what we got, Sapity. That's what we have. Robin, hey HG, was wondering if you've heard my new project and what you thought of it. I wrote and recorded it in a month. Super proud of it. Hope all is well. Yes, is that what I saw on Instagram? Or no? Am I thinking of something else? I'm trying to find... Might be thinking of something else. Where is it? I don't think... maybe I haven't, Robin. What's your Instagram? Pulling punches. Can you tell me what to Google to find it? I don't think it's the same thing that I saw. Okay, let me see. Dylan. Let's see. Nice. Okay. Almost lucid. All right, I'm gonna look this up. Pulling punches, Dylan Robin. Nice. Okay, I have it right here, pulled up on YouTube. And after the stream, I'll give it some listens, and probably tomorrow too. I'm off tomorrow, and my plan tomorrow is I'm gonna drop my kid off at school. I'm gonna run to the gym, work out for an hour, run home, and then I'm gonna sit my ass down and play video games. And I'll listen to the EP then for sure. But nice, man. Congratulations. When did you upload? A month ago. Nice. Alright, keep this up. But I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you making it. I'm excited to check it out. Yeah, of course. Alright, let me take a sip. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support. Oscar says, what's something you regret buying? Ooh, what do I regret buying? I don't buy a lot. I am not one to... I mean... God, what's something that I regret buying? I'm really having to rack my brain. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. To tell you the truth, I don't really buy much for myself. Okay, maybe it's not a regret, but like we bought so much shit for our daughter, for Christmas. So much shit. And like, she doesn't play with really any of it. I don't know if there's any other parents in the chat, but like, you know, it's all stuff that she asked for too. Like she wanted a big Barbie RV camper set. She wanted Barbies. She wanted like an outdoor Barbie thing. Doesn't play with any of it. Couldn't give a shit. She asked for a Furby. We got her a Furby. Couldn't care less. Played with it for 5 minutes. We got her like a little doggy that appears in a doghouse. Played with it for 5 minutes. Couldn't give a shit. Like that's the story with every single thing. And it's all things that she asked for because she saw commercials for it and blah, 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 blah. The only thing that she actually plays with that we got her, and it makes complete sense if you know this kid. She is the most active, run around, jump around, dance around, throw balls, just go crazy, all over the place, goes off the wall 24/7, never stops. We got her like a big bounce house for the backyard. So that's the only thing that she plays with out of everything we got her for Christmas. And I don't regret buying all the other stuff for her. I just, you know, I wish she would play with some of it occasionally. But she does love the big bounce house that we got her. I blew it up today for a couple hours and she, you know, she was jumping for hours. And she loves it, you know. But as far as things that I regret buying for myself, really not much, man, because I don't really buy much for myself. Like if I'm buying something for myself, it's something that I really want. You know, something that I've probably debated about buying for myself for months. And then when I buy it, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it takes me forever to actually pull the trigger to buy something. No matter how minute the purchase is, you know. But yeah, that's just me. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. For me, it's the Xbox Series S. Discless console. Normally, I don't buy disc, but severely felt the lack of an option unnerving. Yeah, you know, I saw them heavily on sale around Christmas. And, I'm not in the market for a new console or anything because I just bought a new PC back in October. But I probably wouldn't get the discless Series S just because I have Blu-rays, you know, and that console would be my Blu-ray player, and I would need, and even if I only watch one Blu-ray a year, you know, I still want that option, you know, for the future. But, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. What games do I typically play? Who said that? Quit says, what games do you usually play? So lately I've been playing, well, shit, I went back to PUBG. Like, I'm back addicted to PUBG again. I just love it. But I've also been playing a game called Enshrouded with my buddies. It's like, I don't know, what would you call it? It's like a open world co-op survival crafting game kind of thing. I mean, there's a million games like that, but it's pretty fun. We also got Pal World, which my buddies are into, but I don't really see myself playing it that much. I mean, it's all right. I'm kind of surprised that it took off the way it did. I feel like there's a lot of other games that are better than it, but I maybe it's just the aesthetic that people love and the fact that it's kind of like Pokemon, which, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I typically play, I don't know, I typically play multiplayer shooters, but my buddies are really into RPGs and like survival crafting games, so I play those type of games with them. I never play those types of games on my own, you know. I gotta be in a group with my friends on the microphone to enjoy those games. But Wander's Library says PUBG is better than Fortnite. Oh yeah, 1000%. I could never get into Fortnite. PUBG is, yeah, I love the. It's just more difficult. It's more realistic. It's more, you know, Fortnite, obviously, it's a different type of game, so I'm not knocking it, but it's just not my type of game, you know. But, yeah. You should get your kid Lego Star Wars sets. Dude, she would not sit down to, you know, she would not in a million years sit down to play Legos. I mean, well, you know, I take that back. She likes to create worlds. So, like, she'll take a bunch of toys and, like, create rooms and worlds. And, like, she likes creating. So, maybe she would like a Lego set. But following the instructions and making something like that, I don't think she has the attention span or the, I don't know, she'd probably put two pieces together and then run around the room. But it would be worth getting maybe like a small $15 like Disney princess Lego set and just see if she'll follow the instructions. But yeah. Is your daughter ADHD or something? I don't know. We've wondered that, man. I'm curious, you know, the teacher has never said anything about her not being able to focus or anything like that in school. I think it's just, you know, at home, she just does not stop, dude. She does not stop. She's only recently been into, like, watching movies. We actually sat down to watch a movie today, Wish, which we saw in the theater. She loves that movie. I think it's great. It's a good, I love the music and stuff like that. But, this is the first, like, within the past couple months, she's been like, let's watch a movie. And I'm like, thank God. Yeah, she's just a little kid, man. And she's a big ball of energy and she never stops rolling. But anyway. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Once again, Oscar says, man, the state of Xbox is so damn soul crushing. In what way, Oscar? I don't really follow much in terms of, well, especially not console, but I don't really follow much gaming news. What's going on with Xbox? I did subscribe to Game Pass a couple weeks ago. but mainly for the PC Game Pass experience. I haven't turned my Xbox on in, I mean, golly, maybe half a year. I probably haven't turned that thing on in like half a year. But yeah, I'm curious. What's the state of Xbox that's depressing? What's TOTK? Oh, the new Zelda? What is that? What is that? Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. I couldn't get into Breath of the Wild. I think, I think when as for whatever reason, as I've gotten older, my attention span's gotten less. Especially with single player games. I mean, you guys know I've talked about this before, but I have a hard time getting into single player games. My daughter's 5. She'll be 6 in a couple months. It's often too early to diagnose ADHD or similar before the age of 8 to 10. I don't like. Sometimes we'll jokingly say it. Maybe we shouldn't, but that she has it. But also she's 5 years old and she's a kid with a big ball of energy, and she goes to school and then she comes home, and of course, she's been sitting still and listening and stuff like that. She just wants to explode when she gets home. So, I'm not worried about it whatsoever. I certainly, and look, I've never been there, but I don't know. I would never want to medicate my kid if she is diagnosed with that. Like, she's a kid, and I want her to be herself, and I don't want her to have to take something that's going to calm her down. Like, you know what I mean? To me, that's very weird. And again, I've never been there. I'm sure somebody with it or with a kid that has it would be able to, talk to me about it and possibly change my mind. But like, the idea of medicating a kid that is a little rambunctious and a little hyper isn't it just weird? To me, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. But anyway, Phil Spencer hinted that Xbox may exit the console market. Really? Really? Interesting. I'd never heard that. Huh. I can't imagine that. I mean, they have such a corner of the market. Huh. Yeah, Cisco. I've only played Ocarina. What's up, Caretaker? I've only played Ocarina, Windwalker, and Twilight. The only 2 Zelda games that I've ever played and beat are Ocarina of Time and the Super Nintendo Legend of Zelda. Those are the only 2 ones that I've ever played and like beat. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Quit. Honestly, the only one that I really, the only channel that I really follow and pay attention to and watch every one of their videos is Red Letter Media. Those guys, their sense of humor, they have a good variety of different types of shows that they do on their channel. Other than that, there's other YouTubers that I'll occasionally watch, but like they're honestly the only ones that I've followed for forever, really. A lot of people think that all they did was like the Star Wars prequel reviews. That's what I mean, I understand that's kind of what they're known for, but like their channel is so much more than that. They're funny. They're dry. They talk about a wide variety of movies. It can be silly. But anyway. Oh, man. Nights like last night, I hate, man. It's like, we had 3 calls after midnight. So, I fell asleep at like, I think it was like 11, and then we get a call at like 12:30. And then we basically ran until like 6 in the morning. So you get like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep. And then you get home at like, I get home at like 8:30 in the morning, and I'm a goddamn zombie. That happens a lot, but like some nights you sleep through the whole night and you wake up and you're like, holy shit, did I miss a call? Oh my God, what happened? But last night was like, it can take its toll. You can get a little frustrated. Especially when the calls aren't serious at all. You're like, really? It's 5 in the morning. It's 5 in the morning, and you decided to call because you didn't know if your blood pressure machine was accurate and you wanted us to take your blood pressure. Dude, it's 5 in the morning. Why are you not asleep? Oh well. That's what we're there for, I suppose. Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Thomas, I don't see a message in here. So I don't know if you meant to send a super chat message, or if you wanted to send a silent support there. But I appreciate that, Mr. Nosferatu. Thank you so much for the silent support. I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat though, man. If you want to shoot over a little message there. But I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the support. Evans Media, thank you so much as well. Evan says, "What's up, Greedo? Just got back from skiing. Had a really bad accident. I was cut me off while I was going 50 miles an hour and had a big fall. We're fine though. Yikes! That shit is scary. That oh my God, people die like that. That's crazy. That's scary, man. It's kind of like driving, right? Like you're going, and then you can't control the actions of others on the road or the snow, and then before you know it, something that's completely not your fault happens. That's scary. I'm glad to hear that you're all right. No broken bones, any bruises. That's scary though, man. Does it make you hesitant to get back on the skis at all? For me, I don't think it would. But especially if something that, something that I loved and grew up doing. I've never actually been skiing. I've been snowboarding one time, like literally 20 years ago. We went up to West Virginia. Me and 2 of my friends had a road trip up to West Virginia. And we stayed, I don't even remember where we stayed. I have no idea. We were like 18, maybe 17. I don't know. We were probably right at 18. And we just went up there. And we snowboarded. I had never done it before. And my buddy had a big beard. And he was able to go to a gas station and buy some adult beverages and never got carded. Because he looked like he was 40. Yeah, I wonder what made us do that. I don't remember. Anyway. Nothing broken, just bruises. My ski did break, but once it's fixed, I'm definitely going again. Good to hear, man. Get back up. That's scary for sure. That's scary. But I'm glad to hear that you're all right, man. Yeah, get back on it. Get back on it. Just yell the whole time you're going down the slope. Ah! So everybody hears you like a big horn going down the highway. I'm here! Yeah. Anyway, Evans, I appreciate that, man. And I'm glad to hear you're doing all right. I'm getting the sniffles. Everybody at the station has the sniffles. There's some phlegm. Everybody's going, oh. When do you think you would stop making YouTube videos? Never, honestly. And I attribute that to me having a really healthy relationship with YouTube. Like, it's just a fun thing that I do, you know? I'm not active really at all. I mean, I upload a couple videos every few months. You know, there's spurts where I upload more and I do more live streams, but it's just kind of a fun little creative outlet that I do from time to time. Now, if it was my main gig and I relied on it financially, and then it would become, I honestly would not like it, because it would lose its fun factor. It would feel like a job, you know? So, you know, I've always said that I have a healthy relationship with YouTube because I don't feel forced to make things. I can take months and months and months off like I have in the past, you know? Like when my daughter was on summer break, I didn't upload for like 3 months. I didn't do anything for like 3 months. And that's a luxury that I have because I have a career, and this is just a fun little outlet that I have. So, like, as long as I'm still having fun, and it's not like a main thing, and I'm just, you know, doing it to do it and just enjoying myself, then I'll never stop, you know. I cannot imagine this, like, I have zero desire. It would ruin it for me if this was my main thing, honestly. And that's just me. There's a lot of people that do it and they love it, but for me, it's fun first, you know. But yeah, anyway. This song, oh, I love this song, Sapity. Man, I forgot. I don't have the now playing up on the, since I got my new PC, I didn't set my live stream up with the now playing thing. I need to put that back on here. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Yeah. All right. I'm going to hop off in about 3 minutes, I think. Yeah, 3 minutes, and then I'm going to head downstairs and figure out what we're going to watch before bedtime. This song is called Puddle of Infinity. That's the band name, or the artist name. Puddle of Infinity, and it's called Had She Stayed. It's a part of the YouTube free audio library. But yeah, Puddle of Infinity, Had She Stayed. All right, guys, that's it for me. We're right at an hour. What is today? Wednesday. I won't be, maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably just be like 30 minutes around noon Eastern time. Other than that, you'll either see me Saturday night or Sunday night for a stream. But, alright, guys. I appreciate it. Alright, cool. So, have a fantastic... Caleb Diaz, thank you so much for the final super chat coming in. Says, keep being awesome. Always nice chilling with you. Cheers, man. Cheers right back at you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for the channel support, Caleb. Cheers. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much as well. Oscar says, check out Lights, Cross Them Out remix by System and Vila, a soothing, chill electronic song. All right, I'll pull that up. Lights. I like soothing, chill, and electronic. Lights, Cross Them by System and Vila. All right, I got this pulled up. There we go. All right, cool. So I got Pulling Punches, Light and System, and the other stuff that I copied and pasted. All right, guys, I got a jet, but yeah, thanks for hanging out. You'll either see me Saturday or Sunday, and I might do a stream tomorrow night. But yeah, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will. I'm trying to find a song. I'll catch you on the flip side. All right, everybody, have a good one. We'll listen to that soothing song as we fly to the Andromeda Galaxy together. All right, be safe out there. See ya.